Hey friends, welcome back. This is season 3 of Thursday Thoughts Over Tea, and I'm your amazing host, Angie H. And don't worry, just like every other season, we're going to have amazing topics. We're going to have amazing guests. We're going to deal with our holistic health, and we're going to also dig into societal issues and the things that plagues us. Don't worry, because I will also be that ray of sunshine on your cloudy day with my motivational moments. So be sure to meet me here every Thursday and have that cup of tea ready, and I want you to sit back and enjoy the show. Hey guys, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts Over Tea. I am your host, Angie H. Many of you already know my story. If you're here for the first time, I am a advocate for holistic health. I have a medical background as a certified medical assistant. I have a bachelor's degree in healthcare. I also have many certifications and working on many more. And the thing that I find is that it's easy to get sucked into what everybody else is doing. And it's good in a sense to kind of get an idea of how to maneuver and move holistically. But what we need to know is that we need to advocate for ourselves. We need to know our bodies. We need to know what we can take and what we cannot take. We also need to be very aware of reactions or interactions that may take place with our personal health. And the reason why I say that is because I see so many things on my timeline. People are taking different supplements, trying to take different things, and there's a misconception that we can just start taking it without any knowledge of our medical history or even thinking about our medical history, because it's healthy, it's holistic. And it's actually going to be the healthiest thing to help with whatever ailment that you have. But sometimes when you're on medications, there's a synthetic component inside of the prescription pills or whatever that you're taking over the counter. There's a synthetic component that can interact with what comes from the earth. And so I'm always reading, I'm always learning, because I have been on both sides of this area. So I began to read. I have so many books. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to name the books that I have. But I just became a certified doula. So I am trying to just cover all of the bases there is to cover in holistic health. And it's so much more. I have a goal that I want to accomplish in the next 5 years that's going to surpass every certification, my degrees, everything, the goal that I have set for myself. So I find myself making sure that I am aware of the thing that plagues the African American community. And so I began to read this book that I found. And I'm going to, read a little bit from it. And it's the Black Women's Guide to Wellness. Because it's so many things that we face, like breast cancer, for example. Many women battle breast cancer, but for some reason, African American women have a higher mortality rate in breast cancer because we are plagued with a more aggressive form of breast cancer. It's just different things like that. Like we die, African Americans die more from diabetes. The things that that other people are living with daily are fine with, we're dying from. And I know that a lot of it comes from us not trusting doctors. We're not going to get our checkups, our annuals, and things like that. We self-diagnose more when, we have problems, and now we're going back to what our grandparents did, which is holistic health, a holistic medicine. But you still have to have to know the symptoms exactly of what you're dealing with. So it may be that you have to go get a checkup. Not saying that you have to agree to take any type of prescription that they give you, because we know that it's not the medicine that they give you to cure the problem. It's the side effects that cause the other problems that you have to take more medicine from. So, we absolutely know that. We are aware of that. But, sometimes we might have to go get that checkup. Okay, I know that I'm dealing with this type of ailment. Okay, now let me go to this book of herbs. Let me, find me a holistic health coach. Let's see how we can hone in on my issue. But you have to know your issue. So like I said, it's different things that we as women of color deal with that kill us at a higher rate than any other race. I'm not going to go into my conspiracy thought on why that is, but I do want to try to, as I learn, I want to try to educate so we can learn together, so that we can try our best to live our best and most healthiest life possible. But young adults, so here in one of the chapters, it talks about what a young adult is. And a young adult is someone between the ages of 20 and 39. And it's funny because I just turned 39 last Friday. So I keep trying to tell people, your girl is not old. I'm still young. Okay? Because clearly in the book, it says that I'm still a young adult because I'm 39. And it's kind of weird that I'm considered a young adult and I have children 22 and 23 years old. But I keep trying to tell these people that I'm still young. Don't hate me. But anyway, so young adult is considered, how this book breaks it down, is ages 20 to 39. And this is when, from the ages of 20 to 29 is when the young girls transition from adolescence into their adulthood. This is when they're working full-time jobs. They're moving out on their own. They're looking for serious relationships. Some may be even forming their families at this age. But this is also when the climb begins in Black health and young women during this transition stage. No matter what, like in her teen years or graduates in her 20s or 30s, a young woman is far more capable of recovering from youthful excesses and neglect during this age. So, basically we were reckless in our 20s. I had a baby at 16. So our body can recover from kind of the damage when they did in their teens, when they start to transition in their 20s, and between 20 and 29 you can kind of recover from stuff that you did in your early 30s. But of course, as we get older, it's going to be kind of harder for us to reverse kind of like the neglect and damage. So we got to be aware. We got to be very cautious of what we do when you get over 30, what you do, because you don't have that bounce back like we used to. Like, we don't have that, I'm gonna go out and party all night, then I'm gonna get up and go to work. Yeah, you might do it, but you might be dragging a little bit now that you over 30. Like the neglect that we give our bodies that we used to can recover from, we can't recover from that as fast. So we got to be very cautious of what we put into our temples, what we do. Like, we have to be very aware. So some of the things, just some little facts that I found in the book that I wanted to share with us is young adults, again, is from ages 20 to 39. And the leading causes, according to these facts, the leading causes of death for African American females from between the ages of 20 to 24 is unintentional injuries, assault, assault that leads to homicide, heart disease, cancer, HIV, suicide, diabetes, and death because of pregnancy complications, chronic lower respiratory disease, and even stroke. So, when we were younger, we thought that only people that may suffer from a stroke were people that was like old, like our grandmas and stuff like that. But now it's possible from this young age, 20 to 24. So my children, the number 10 on the top 10 leading causes of death is stroke. So we really got to begin to apply principles for our family, for our children. Like, we have to set a blueprint. And then the top 10, 25 to 39, again, unintentional injuries, heart diseases, cancer, HIV, homicide, pregnancy and complications, diabetes, stroke, anemia, and suicide. Like, these are the things that we find in this young adult range that affects us. The pregnancy from complications in African American women is another reason why I wanted to become a doula. It is so much that I learned in that course. Again, I have to wait for my actual hands-on training. Because of COVID, I can't get my hands-on training, and then I have to wait for the training for another certification that is geared toward that as well, that was postponed. But we African American women die at a higher rate when giving birth. So these are the things that as a holistic advocate that I'm looking at, I'm researching. Why are we dying at this rate? And I know that it is the fear. Like, we grew up hearing about Tuskegee. We know that they try to use us as guinea pigs. If you read the medical apartheid, we know that they try to lure us in with the money so that they can do their research on what works and what not doesn't. They like to give us injections and different things like that. So there's a fear there of medical health. Medical health is a big business, period. It's a $1 billion business. And so there's a fear of going to the doctor, because what are you going to inject me with that's going to cause me more problems? You know what I'm saying? So seeing more people of color educated. Still, you have to research and you have to study for yourself. A lot of people jump out here and start selling products, and they're doing these different things, and they're not reading. No, granted, we don't know everything. We will not know everything. We won't know all of the effects or whatever, but just having a baseline of education is very vital to me. And that's how I run my business in these trials. I really try to do my best research before I give out any product, which is why, like I said on numerous occasions, I do not just sell a generic product to every single person that contacts me. I need to know a little bit more, because we haven't had too many people that care about our overall health. They just care about the dollar. So they're gonna push this stuff out on us for us to try. Here, try this, take this. This is gonna work for you. Do I know that? Because I don't know your genetic makeup. I don't know if you have allergies. I don't even know if you're on medicine. But here, take it at your own risk, which is what we ultimately do with prescriptions or anything. We are pretty much taking it in the hopes that it's going to heal us. But what are we going to do when we're trying to do it holistically and we don't know that there still is a possible outcome? So I just wanted to just share this briefly, that we are plagued at a higher rate in certain diseases and things like that. And now I'm noticing that it's becoming more prominent in our kids. Like, our children are being diagnosed with juvenile diabetes and different things like that. And they're instantly wanting to put them on insulin. They want to put them on all these different medications, and they're like 10, 11, 12 years old, instead of saying, okay, let's see if we can get the weight off. Let's see if we can change up the diet. What people are not realizing, food heals. Food heals. Changing your diet, 30 minutes of walking can do wonders for your body. Like, I have a certification in holistic nutrition as well. And then just going through that course, it was like, you know what, you can juice. You can do this, you can do that, and it's going to help heal your body, rejuvenate your liver, different things like that. But health is very vital. We have one body. We have one life to live. And I treated my body like trash. Like, in my younger days, I treated my body like trash. I eat any and everything. I was drinking, like, different things like that. Like, I really treated my body like trash. So now, as I'm almost 40, it's things that I need to change, and I need to try to reverse the damage that I did when I was living my best life, because I enjoyed myself, period. Like, I'm sure many of you did, but at the same time, it is time to really take ownership of our bodies. When you go to the doctor, something don't feel right, and they're trying to push something off on you, and you say, okay, well, can we try X, Y, Z? Be your best advocate, because people bank on you not knowing any better. I make money when you don't know any better, because that means you're going to do whatever I say. Period. So sometimes doctors and stuff, they get offended when you know too much, and then they're going to discourage you from all holistic. Oh, that doesn't work. I remember working in cardiology, and we had patients that came in that would see a holistic doctor. She was the most popular doctor in our area, and she did it everything holistic. So they had lists of herbs. They were taking X, Y, and Z. Doctors hated when these patients came in. Oh, now we got to write down all these herbs, and I don't even know this cuckoo. I mean, they was calling this doc. They was calling her all types of names, and then I didn't understand it then. Hey, I'm on this side of medical. I'm sitting here like, I done adopted this, like, oh my God, I got to write down all these daggone vitamins, all these herbal capsules. I got to write all these down in this chart. I had to go through this list, 2 pages of medicine. But now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm like, what? Add this to the list, add that to the list. So you never know. So be your biggest advocate. Ask questions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're offended. It doesn't matter if they don't feel like they got the time. If that's the case, if they can't give you other alternatives and they're bothered by you asking questions and being an advocate for your total health, you need to find a new doctor. Because yes, people bank on you not knowing any better. And when you don't know any better, you do what you're told. And it could be damaging your body in the long run. I know my dad, it was different things and prescriptions and stuff that he was on, and I was like, yeah, you can't take that, Daddy. That doesn't work for African Americans. I was like, oh yeah, we need to talk to your doctor. We need to find you something else, because this is not even good for African Americans. This is gonna cause more problems. This is your potassium. This is why you're swelling. This is this and that. Like, no, Dad, let's find something else. You know what? I'm getting ready to make you a tea for your blood pressure. Don't you worry about it. And we got him on herbs, different things like that. Like, I will create something fast for my daddy. Here, Daddy, try this. Don't stop your prescription. That's my main thing. Do not stop your prescription. But I'm going to give something that's going to help with whatever the ailment is that will not interact with your medications. And let's just see. So for a while, my daddy was drinking this tea, watching what he ate. The doctor thought that he was still using that prescription, and he was on a natural supplement. So it's just, be an advocate for your health. Be an advocate for yourself. And it's more that I could read you from this book and all the other books and self-diagnosis books and stuff like that I have holistically. But I just wanted to just say, I am amazed at all of the people that are starting to go back to trying to do it naturally, healing themselves naturally. But proceed with caution, because there still can be interactions if you're on different medications. Advocate for yourself, even at the doctor's office. Be sure to ask the questions. Research, study. They put you on something, be like, well, you know what? Can you explain to me why in my research this medication is really not good for my kind? Is it an alternative that I can use that will give me the benefit that I need for the condition that I have, but it's going to be geared towards me? Be an advocate. Be an advocate. Like I said, people bank on you not knowing any better. People get rich on you not knowing any better. You being naive to facts about certain areas of your health. They do. So I just wanted to just get on briefly and just share my holistic approach and the different things that I've found in my readings. Again, like I said, I probably come back on and give you some more holistic tips, or if I come across something in my reading and I feel like it's like pretty dope to share, I will do that. But again, be an advocate, study, research. Even when you're buying all this stuff from these people that have these holistic businesses, including myself, research, study. FDA will not approve holistic. They don't stand behind it. So it is at your own risk, but it's natural without the side effects. So you guys have a great, wonderful day, and tune in. If I give you, right after this, I'm going to give you your Black Excellence 365 moment. So I know you're probably asking yourself as you listen to this amazing podcast week after week, who is Angie H? And it's quite simple. I'm just a wife and a mother trying to use her platforms to empower and impact the world. What platforms, you ask? Anise Charles Organics, ANISE Charles Organics. This is my holistic health company that I use health coaching, holistic nutrition, and herbal products to help you and to promote holistic living from the inside out. Defining our purpose. This is the platform that I use my book, Inspirations, which is a journal devotional, as well as motivational videos. I take the time out to listen to you and help you navigate through your darkest times. But if you want to find out more about both of these platforms, just simply go to www.definingourpurpose.com, or as you're scrolling up and down your timelines on IG and Facebook, simply like my page or follow me at Anise Charles Organics, ANISE Charles Organics, or Defining Our Purpose. Hey guys, and welcome back to Taste of Tea. I am here with your Black Essence 365 moment. Vivian Thomas. I'm not for sure if you guys know who Vivian Thomas is, but they created a movie about him called Something the Lord Made, and Mos Def actually played the part of Vivian Thomas. But Vivian Thomas was American laboratory supervisor who developed a procedure used to treat blue baby syndrome, and it's a type of heart disease. Vivian Thomas was a janitor to start off with, and then he kind of hooked up with a surgeon named Blaylock, and he followed this man to Hopkins, and he began to do research, defying racism, defying the odds of doing surgery on the heart. And so basically Vivian Thomas was a surgical tech. And it's pretty cool. I've seen the movie numerous times, but my husband is actually a surgical tech. That's how we met in school. So it's very vital that, surgical techs be in the operating room. They are a very vital part of the team. But to have this man that did not have any education higher than a high school diploma, that was a janitor in these facilities cleaning, and he was knowledgeable. He was able to defy the odds that were sent to just keep him as a black man cleaning up, to actually be a part of a major moment in medical history with being able to operate on the heart and save a baby's life. And he was, in 1976, he was awarded an honorary doctorate and named him an instructor of surgery for Johns Hopkins School of Medicine without any education past high school. He rose above poverty, racism, and became a cardiac surgery pioneer and a teacher to teach the techniques that he had learned, that he acquired in order to work on the heart. So that is just a testament to, a lot of times we put a lot of stock on education, or we put a lot of stock on people telling us that we are not no more than the help. And so we allow that to stop us in our place. But here is a man that only had a high school diploma, but had a skill set that allowed him to be a part of history and save the life of an infant child that, in other words, would have died. And then to be able to go on and teach this technique and help others in the same manner is truly Black excellence at its best. And that is Vivian Thomas. Again, if you have not heard about him, read up on him, or you can check out the movie about his life, Something the Lord Made. And this movie came out in like 2004, and Mos Def, the rapper, actually plays Vivian Thomas in this movie. So check it out. It's a very good movie and a great moment in Black Excellence 365. Have a great day. Hey, so did you enjoy this week's episode? Well, I hope you did. But you know what you can do if you never want to miss another episode? Just simply subscribe to Thursday Thoughts Over Tea on all podcast platforms, or follow me on IG at Thursday Thoughts Over Tea. Be sure that if you have any thoughts or concerns or any topics that you want to discuss, simply send me an email at definingourpurpose@gmail.com. Always remember, your thoughts are amazing, but sometimes they're even better when you're sipping on a hot cup of tea. See you next week here on Thursday Thoughts Over Tea with Angie H.